This Wednesday, I participated in a hackathon in New York City for Anthropic's new model context protocol. Now, the hackathon was a little bit unique in that it was just 3 hours. And of course, I didn't quite get to finish building what I wanted to build. So I spent an extra 2 hours maybe and built a whole prototype to showcase what we were aiming for. And so let's just jump right into Claude. So in this case, I have Claude open. And if you look over here, I have these tools available. And so these tools are what we built during the hackathon. So can you find an Indian restaurant for tomorrow? And so when I call out to Claude, Claude is going to intelligently discover and choose which tool would be most appropriate to respond with. So in this case, it's going to search restaurants is one that I've built, actually with my partner. And this other one, find reservation times. So it's another tool to call out and see what we can do here. And then sometimes, yep, there it goes. Claude is going to let us see those restaurants. So I'm going to allow for the chat. And if we wait a second, we will see a video player pops up showcasing the restaurant and all the things that are available. You'll see we also get some information about the restaurant and what times we have. So let's kind of go back and walk through what happened a little bit slower. So in this case, Claude called the search restaurants tool with a cuisine of Indian. Claude just decided to do that and decided that that was the query it should make. And it got back this venue ID of 7291. Next, Claude decided to find reservation times. And so these are the parameters that Claude called the find reservation times tool with to try and find a reservation for. So in this case, the tool is calling out to Resi via their API. And so we can see what comes back, the entire raw result. And we really just dump that right back into the result. So that allows us to do things like ask questions about that specific restaurant. What kind of things are on the menu? And we don't need to think about that data type at all. We don't need to think about menu items. We just take all of that context that comes back from the search result, and automatically Claude will discover what things are there on the restaurant. So in this case, we've got signature items that appear to be very popular. Finally, we have the result times that get put back in for when we can go. But, you know, the thing closest to my heart is being able to check out the vibes of a restaurant. And so what happens here is that Anthropic calls to the tool, and the tool will actually search social media for videos relevant to the restaurant. And so I can see and kind of scrub through videos of, you know, what's going on in this restaurant, what kind of food they have, what it looks like from the inside, all in one spot. So how does this all work? How does this all come together? Let me pull up an example. And so in this case, the way that this works is that you have Claude running, and Claude is actually a model context protocol client, I believe is what it's called. And so it discovers all of the model context protocol servers you have running on your laptop. So in our case, the model context protocol server that we built was called Gotta Eat. And we expose a few different tools. So the find reservation times, the search restaurants, those both call out to Resi. The Let Me See calls out to Serper to look for social media videos that are relevant to our individual search. So that's just a very high level overview of Model Context Protocol and kind of why it's so exciting to build with and give tools to LLMs and agents. Yeah, if you want to see more, tell me. Thanks.